Yo, what's going on guys? It's Anime One back here with another video, and today I'm here with another part of what if Naruto was neglected and had Ishiki's karma. So if you guys like the content in the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, also like this video. So without any delay, let's begin the video. Okay team, do you see the target? Voice called out. Yes, I do see the target. Said another voice. Yes, it's right in front of me. I have the target, another voice said. They're all sweat dropped. You know, Naruto, it wouldn't be too bad if you just be a little gentle with him. Shisui said as he dropped down. Naruto shrugged, but he let the cat go for a second. His loose gripped on the cat's fur as the cat took the advantage of that and scratched Naruto all over the face. Sayuri just sighed as he, in a very friendly tone, called out for the cat. And the cat just went to her and rested in her arms as he started petting the cat. Both boys looked at the girl with a glare. She did that so easily. When they tried to do it, the cat would simply even didn't listen to them. It would just run away. Both of their eyes twitched. Yoroichi was the first one to speak. You know, that cat is a damn demon, but I guess he's a pervert as well, he said. Naruto agreed. Definitely, I can't agree more, Yoroichi, he said, as Suki just stuck out her tongue at them. You guys simply are jealous, isn't that right? Tora, she said, as she petted the cat and the cat meowed. Shisui smiled at the team. They were actually becoming quite good, and then he looked at Naruto. He was starting to mellow out, at least a little bit. At the start of the team, Naruto was just simply too absorbent and too absorbed in his own world. His training, he would do that, and then that was it. No talking, no team bonding time, nothing. But now Naruto was starting to mellow out, especially with Sayori and Yoroichi. More in Yoroichi case, since Yoroichi was somewhat like Naruto, so that was that. Meanwhile, Sayori was a hot-headed girl, so it wasn't too surprising that her and Naruto didn't got along. Naruto was calm, cool, collected, and blunt most of the time, and Sayori, who was pretty much a tsundere, it was what you would call her. But as they did that, they went to the office, and Minato saw the team. Okay, Team 2, you have come to the office. You completed the mission. Again, the Torah mission takes a lot of time. You completed, he saw his watch. 5 minutes, that's a record, he said, as they all smiled. Well, Naruto was one who did most of the work, Yoroichi said. Naruto just shrugged. Well, it was quite easy to catch. He is very slow, he said. Shisui bunked Naruto on the head. Be respectful, Naruto. He's the Hokage. Naruto glared at his sensei. I don't care. And Shisui flinched the tone that Naruto said that, but then he sighed. Minato shrugged it off. I don't mind, Shisui. I deserve that much. But let's see. I think it's time for you all to get a higher rank mission, he said. They all ears perked up as Shisui smirked. Well, the Hokage himself recommended this team a high-ranking mission, and the reason was simple. The team would do the most D-rank missions out of all the rookie graduates. Simply other teams, while doing training and simply not doing D-rank missions because they were boring, Shisui suggested that they would only put 2 hours in training for right now and complete all the D-rank missions, so that they could get more C-rank missions right out the gate, and the team followed that, and the Hokage was noticing, so he was giving them a C-rank mission. So this is a A-rank mission, Minato said in a serious tone, as all of them flinched. Shisui narrowed his eyes. Hokage-sama, I do appreciate your trusting in my team, but A-rank mission, he said. Minato shrugged. It's not that hard, C3, especially with you there. You are probably one of the strongest Jonins I have in the village. Oh no, you are actually the strongest Jonin I have in the village, so that's that. We should be fine. So, your mission is to guard a movie actress. Have you heard of the movie Princess Gale? Minato said. All of them nodded except Naruto. He didn't. Sayuri looked at Naruto. You seriously don't know that movie? She said, with a huge confusion look on her face. Naruto shook his head. No, I don't watch movies. It's a waste of time, he said. They all looked at him and sighed. He was too productive. He didn't enjoy his life. Naruto just looked at them. Am I saying something wrong? Isn't watching movies just a waste of your time? In that time, you can train and learn things. Isn't that true? He said. They all sighed. Well, that is true, Naruto. But life, you have to enjoy it a little more, Shisui said. Naruto shrugged. Well, I haven't enjoyed my life since the moment I was born, so I don't really get that concept, he said. Minato flinched. Hearing that, he felt a huge guilt in his heart, but he still told himself he was the Hokage. Your mission is to guard Yukie Fuzikaze to her movie for the Land of Snow. They're gonna visit there, and her manager has requested a team that can provide that assistance to her. And since Sisui, you're the one who went. You and Kakashi were, going there when you were just a chunin at 10 years old. You should be familiar with that land out. And since she's an actress, she'll get targeted a lot by bandits or even chunin rank ninjas. So because of that, it's a rank mission. But I believe your team can handle it. I'm pretty sure you even told me that they're ready for the tuning exams. If they could take it right now, you would let them to, didn't you, Shisui? Shisui nodded. Yes, Okage-sama. If the mission is as easy as you say, then I'm pretty sure me and my team can take it on. What do you say, team? You want to take an A-rank mission? He said. They all gave him a smirk, including Naruto. Hell yeah, who's gonna pass that opportunity? Shisui-sensei, Sayuri said. Hiroichi nodded, with always that calm look on his face. Yes, indeed. A-rank mission is something that I can brag about to my father when I get home. He told me that I'll be doing D-rank mission for at least 2 months, but we have only been doing that for 2 weeks, so I guess we're good on that, he said with a smirk. Naruto simply nodded, simply not wanting to deal with this shit. He was going to do his mission whether it was D rank or A rank, but A rank mission sounded a little exciting. Shisui nodded. Very well then. Bring in the client, Minato said, as the manager entered. Well, gentlemen, my name is Sandayu, and I am the assistant and the manager of Yuki, as you know her as Princess Gale as well, the movies that she recently performed. Your mission is to guard us till the Land of Snow, and since she's an actress, she might get targeted. That's why I'm paying so high for this mission, he said as he looked at them all. Very well, let's meet us all at the gates in about an hour. Yeah, that should be fine. Sisui nodded. You heard him, team. Get packed and meet us at the gate in an hour, he said as he vanished in a body flicker, and the others did too. This mission was going to be interesting indeed. All of them met in the gates an hour later, and Sayuri was the first one to leap into action when she saw her idol of some sorts, Princess Gale. Yo, that's Yuki, Sayuri said with hearts in her eyes. Naruto and Yoruichi stripped up. That isn't much of a big deal, they both said at the same time. She glared at them both. Shut up, idiots! What the hell would you both know? I watched the movie too, Yoruichi said, raising his hand. Sayuri glared at him. You don't understand the greatness of acting. That's why, idiot. Shut up, she said. Yoruichi brought his head down. Naruto, girls are troublesome, he said. Naruto nodded. Indeed they are. You don't need to tell me that, Yoruichi. I'm much familiar with her than you are, he said. Yoruichi smirked. In what ways are you implying that? Naruto looked at Yoruichi. And what are you trying to say? Yoruichi sighed. Well, teasing you isn't working. How can you be so, dumb in a way? Naruto's eye twitched. What the hell are you saying, man? I'm not dumb, Naruto said. Ishiki was laughing his ass off. Well, the brat is right. You are quite dumb. Naruto cursed at Ishiki. Shut up, Ishiki. What the hell do you know? Do you know what the hell he's saying? Ishiki smirked inside the karma seal. Of course I know. You are too insensitive to notice, he said. That Sayuri girl, I think you should pay more attention to her, he said. Naruto looked at Sayuri. Well, she was dressing up a little more, and her hair had grown out a little bit, but he didn't see any more differences. And except the fact that her attitude had changed towards him ever since they became a team. Since he could see his real skills, or that is what he made them think. He was probably a Kage level ninja at this point with his Karma Seal stage 2. So that was that. But he wasn't going to show them. But if this is an A rank mission, Naruto thought, yes. You can expose your Karma Seal as a way of some kind of under pressure awakening. Or near death experience awaken this thing. And then they can somehow will connect this to the Uzumaki since they were expert in sealing jutsu. That might work, he said. All you have to do is act, that's all. Ishiki said again. Naruto nodded. I know that very well. Koiki was just looking at Sayuri. Leave me alone, she said. Sayuri hung her head down. I really wanted to meet you, Yuki-san, she said. As Yuki gave her a scoff. Shut up, girl. Your mission is to protect me. That's all you have to do. I don't know why we are even going there, she said. As he looked at her manager, who just sighed. Princess Koyuki, this is quite important, and you know this as well, he said. With this movie, it's gonna be your greatest movie of all time, so if you wanna have a successful future, we'll have to do this, he said. Koiki sighed. Let's get this over with, she said, as they started walking towards the boats that would take them towards the land of snow. Well, the ride was pretty peculiar to say the least. Koyuki was in a horse and her manager was in the other horse. They had two horses and the team was just simply walking around them. This is quite boring, Naruto said, as Yoruichi nodded in agreement. Shisui sighed. Naruto, everything, isn't raining. So you'll have to just be patient. We're just babysitting a goddamn actress. So I guess that's that. And we're getting paid so high. I guess that you have some advantages being an actress, Naruto said, as he narrowed his eyes at Koyoki. Something wasn't right. Yes, why is she paying so high for just protecting her? This isn't something that we should do. The A rank mission, huh? He thought, as he started looking around. What was exactly going on? As he was doing that, and they arrived at where the film was going to be filmed. As Koyuki started acting, Naruto just saw. Well, she wasn't so bad, I guess, he thought. As Sayuri was just watching Koiki acting with hearts in her eyes. She's so cool, she thought. Yoriichi just watched the whole thing with a straight drop. Well, Naruto was sleeping, Sayuri was just watching with admiration, and Shisui was on high alert, like he knew something. Meanwhile, Yoriichi was just being the most normal out of the whole group. He sighed. Yeah, at least he could get some training in, maybe not. He took out his sword as he looked at it. He started applying fire chakra to it as it started blazing. Yes, this was what Shisui had taught him. How to use a sword and apply fire change and chakra nature to it. Yoriichi's fire change and chakra nature was actually even stronger than Sisui's, and that was very surprising. Since the boy was only a goddamn genin and he had such a strong affinity to fire. As Yoriichi started swinging the blade around, and he was getting pretty proficient in it. Sayuri just watched Yoriichi with a glance as she just smirked. She was probably the second strongest in the team. Well, that is what she hated. She wanted to be the strongest. Then she looked at Naruto, who was snoring and sleeping without a care in the world. As she sighed, well, he had changed, that was for sure. She knew for a fact that Naruto was very strong right from the moment that he entered the academy. How, you asked? Flashback. Sayuri was just sitting in a park with no one. Her father had just insulted her and called her a failure because she couldn't perform the fire style fireball jutsu. Meanwhile, Sasuke had performed it, and her chakra reserves were simply not high. So how was she able to perform the jutsu? Her mother and her big brother Itachi had tried to console her, but I guess her father's words were just too harsh. He called her a failure and that she should have never been born. Mikoto was arguing Fugaku for that statement, but Fugaku really didn't give a damn. He wanted a boy, and Asari was a girl, and she was not talented at all, and he hated the girl for that. The Uchiha must be talented when they are born. They must have a strong fire affinity and be able to perform the fire style fireball jutsu by the age of 8. That was her father's mindset, and she couldn't. And because of that, her father didn't see her worthy enough for his attention, and she hated it. She was just sitting there with her knees close to her chest and her arms wrapped around her knees in the bench. And 3 boys came up to her. They were not boys, they were ninja. Well, would you look at that? Uchiha girl, one of the boys said. Yes, she will be sold quite a bit in the black market. I'm pretty sure that she'll unlock her Sharingan sooner or later, he said, as with a smirk. She saw them. They were leaf ninjas. What are you talking about? Aren't you leaf ninjas? She said. They all smirked. We are leaf ninjas indeed, but have you ever heard of a trader girl? I guess you haven't. You will know soon what a trader is, once we sell you to the black market and get good cash in return and live a comfortable life away from Konoha and other elementary nations. Just live in a small nation where we can be the strongest, he said, as she started backing away as the guys came towards her with an evil look on their faces. She was about to scream as the guy brought down his hand to grab her, but then his hand was grabbed. What the hell do you think you're doing to a girl, fool? She heard a voice, and she saw blonde hair and blue eyes. What? Who are you, brat? They asked. Naruto looked at Sari. Hello there. Can you close your eyes, please? He said. She nodded. She was just a kid, and there's someone who's protecting her, but he was just her age. How would he do it? But she saw the smile on his face, and somehow she felt that she should trust him. She nodded as he closed her eyes. Naruto smirked as he looked at the three Chunin ninjas as the karma seal started spreading over his body. Well, you fools are done. She heard screams, but she didn't open her eyes. And once everything was done, she opened her eyes when the boy told her to. And the three tuning ninjas were there, knocked out. As she looked at Naruto, as who are you? She asked. Naruto looked at her. Well, my name is Naruto. Well, for surname, I was Uzumaki, but I really don't consider that as a surname. Otsutsuki would be a better one, but I guess you can't have everything in life now, can you? But I hope you have a great day, miss. See you later, Naruto said as he vanished. Wait! Before he could, he was already gone. Sari just looked at the spot where the boy was. He defeated three Chunins, and without breaking a sweat. How strong was he? She thought. And when she went to the academy, she saw Naruto was there. And throughout the entire year, he was simply the dead last. But why? She knew for a fact that he could defeat anyone in the class, become the rookie of the year if he wanted. Why did he choose to hide his skills? What was his motive? She started teasing him and calling him a failure and whatever she wanted, just to get a rouse out of him and prove her wrong, so that everyone could see how good Naruto actually was. But he never did. Just in the last day, he did only few things just to pass the test, and that was frustrating for her. But she was happy when she got to see that he was in her team, and she would never forget it. As we come to the present world, Sayuri just looked at Naruto with a blush, a small tiny blush, and a smile on her face. Well, things weren't so bad as she guessed. Her affinity was to lightning and wind, which was quite strange. Shisui told her that lightning and wind were pretty much like ice, fire, and water, which is polar opposite of each other. So he was quite surprised by that. And the reason she couldn't perform the fire style fireball jutsu was because she didn't have any affinity to fire. And that was the reason. I guess you were a little good in fire, Yoriichi, she said, walking towards him. Yoriichi looked at her as he deactivated the fire in his sword. Well, I guess that's that, but you're more proficient in lightning, and even Naruto is, and his, well, main nature is lightning, he said, as she smirked. Well, what do you expect? But Yoriichi smirked back. Well, but when it comes to overall strength, we know who is the strongest, don't we? He said. Sayuri scoffed. Well, I'll surpass him one day, she said, pointing at Naruto. Shisui was watching the whole scene, again with a smile on his face. His team was getting along so good. He just hoped that everything would stay as it is. Then, well, that's for that. Then he heard, the princess, she ran away, her manager said. And they all looked around, and Naruto was gone as well. What the hell? Where did Naruto go? Sari said. Shisui sighed. I guess he already knew that she would run away. So seeing from my attitude, it's quite obvious, he said. as they all went looking for Koyuki. Meanwhile, at a bar, Koyuki was pretty much drinking as a man started walking towards her. But before the man could do anything, Naruto appeared between her and the man and sat beside Koyuki as he looked at the boy. You know, what what do you want? She said. Naruto looked at her. Nothing. I'm just protecting you as my mission. Nothing less or more. And the boat is about to set sail to the land of snow. We better get back, he said. Koiki started laughing. Well, you can try, but I'm not gonna go back. If you want to take me back, you'll have to use force. It's as simple as that. Naruto looked at her. And you think I'll hesitate to use force? I will not, princess. Even if I have to break your arm, I will. The mission didn't specify that I could not hurt you, now did it? He said with a smirk. Koiki looked at the boy. He was quite a strange one. Well, she smirked. Well, whatever. I guess I'll just quit as my job as an actress. That's all I have to do, right? Characters change, actresses change. That's simple as that. They'll hire someone else, she said. Naruto shrugged. Well, if that's what you want, be it. But my mission is to protect you till you get to the land of snow. Whether you're an actress for that or not, it didn't specify in the mission that you have to be an actress so that I could escort you. Now did it? Naruto said. Koiki started getting angry. Go box someone else, brat. I don't have time for this. But you're drinking. You're absolutely free, he said. As he pointed at the cup, she was getting angry. But before she could say anything, her manager, Kazuhana, entered. Well, Miss Yukine, the boat is about to get sailed. We have to go, he said. She again said the same words that she said to Naruto. Actresses change, directors change, lead actresses change. I'm going out, she said. Her manager got angry. Listen, Miss Yukie, only you can perform the act, Princess Gale. Do you understand? If you do not do this, your job in the business industry will be over, he said. So what? I don't care. She replied to him. Her manager stepped back, but, but he couldn't say anything. Well, I guess that leaves no choice, Shisui said, as Koiki looked back at him and she saw red eyes, with three tamoys in them spinning, and soon she fell unconscious. As Shisui caught her before she could fall. Well, that's for that. We'll take her, he said, as they all nodded. In the land of snow. Well, so she has the hex crystal. Yes. The actor name, Yuki, is definitely Koyuki. And this is to be worthwhile. See, we have been searching her for 10 years now, the other girl said, as she was kneeling down before a man. Well, capturing a little girl and her commanders or whatever she has, samurais or whatever, shouldn't be much hard of a job. It should be a piece of cake. Fat man said that was also kneeling down. Well, it will not be that easy. She has Shisui the teleporter as her guard. The other man said. They all looked at him. Are you sure? Shisui the teleporter. You mean the same little brat that was with Kakashi Hatake the copy ninja in the land of snow, he said. As the man nodded, yes, it is the same man, but I can tell you this much. The Shisui, the teleporter, has gotten much stronger. I've heard that If there would be another Hokage in the next generation, they would choose him, but that's outside of the topic. What we want is Koyoki and the Hex Crystal. The other man said that was sitting in a chair, looking at the projector that was being played and seeing Koyoki's movie. So, the time has finally come, he said.